The very fabric of reality, that grand tapestry woven from the threads of existence, holds a secret so profound, so perplexing, that even Albert Einstein, the titan of theoretical physics, deemed it spooky action at a distance, a clandestine dance between particles, an instantaneous influence that transcends the conventional limitations of space and time. Imagine, if you will, two subatomic particles, perhaps photons of light or electrons orbiting an atom, linked in an unbreakable bond, a quantum entanglement forged in the crucible of their shared origin. Separate them, stretch the distance between them to the far reaches of the cosmos, across the yawning abyss of light years, past the swirling galaxies, to the very edge of the observable universe. And yet, the connection remains, a silent, invisible cord binding their fates. Alter the state of one, spin it up or down, polarize its light, and the other, its entangled partner, will instantaneously mirror the change, regardless of the vast chasm separating them. This, dear reader, is not mere theoretical conjecture. It is a proven phenomenon, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics, repeatedly demonstrated in laboratories across the globe, defying our classical understanding of cause and effect, challenging the very notion of locality, the principle that an object is only directly influenced by its immediate surroundings. It is a mystery that continues to baffle and inspire physicists, pushing the boundaries of our knowledge, forcing us to reconsider the fundamental nature of reality itself. But let us delve deeper, beyond the esoteric realm of quantum physics, and venture into the uncharted territories of the human mind. For here, too, we may find echoes of this spooky connection, a hidden resonance between our thoughts, our emotions, and the very reality we inhabit. What if, like entangled particles, our minds are not isolated islands of consciousness, but rather interconnected nodes in a vast unseen network, a quantum web of potentiality that stretches across time and space? What if the patterns woven deep within our subconscious, those intricate tapestries of belief and expectation, are not merely shaping our present experiences, but actively linking us to future realities, to possibilities yet to be encountered, to versions of ourselves already living the lives we dream of? This, I assure you, is not the stuff of fantasy or science fiction. It is a hypothesis grounded in the burgeoning field of quantum cognition, a bridge between the abstract world of quantum mechanics and the subjective experience of human consciousness. A daring exploration into the possibility that the same fundamental principles governing the behavior of subatomic particles may also be at play in the intricate workings of our minds. For generations, we have been taught a dualistic view of reality, a Cartesian split between the objective material world and the subjective realm of the mind, a belief that our thoughts are confined within the skull, unable to exert any influence on the external world. But quantum physics has shattered this illusion, revealing a universe far more interconnected, far more fluid, and far more responsive to observation and intention than we ever imagined. Scientists have discovered that the very core of existence, the fundamental building blocks of matter, do not behave in the predictable, deterministic manner we once assumed. Particles, the smallest units of existence, do not simply exist in one fixed location. They fluctuate, they shimmer in and out of being, existing in a superposition of multiple states simultaneously, until the moment they are observed, at which point they collapse into a single defined reality. And perhaps most intriguingly, they can become entangled, forming an unbreakable bond that transcends the limitations of space and time. This is the crux of the matter, the fulcrum upon which our understanding of reality must shift. Because if two particles, separated by vast distances, can remain connected, can instantaneously influence each other's state, then why not larger systems? Why not molecules, cells, organisms, and ultimately consciousness itself? What if our subconscious mind, that vast, largely unexplored territory of our being, is already entangled with our future reality, with the life we yearn to create, with the version of ourselves living in abundance, joy, and fulfillment? What if the life we envision is not merely a distant goal to be strived for, but rather a potentiality already existing in the quantum field, a reality we are already connected to at a quantum level, waiting to be activated, waiting to be drawn into our experience? This, I assure you, is not the stuff of fantasy or science fiction. It is a hypothesis grounded in the burgeoning field of quantum cognition, a bridge between the abstract world of quantum mechanics and the subjective experience of human consciousness. A daring exploration into the possibility that the same fundamental principles governing the behavior of subatomic particles may also be at play in the intricate workings of our minds. For generations, we have been taught a dualistic view of reality, a Cartesian split between the objective material world and the subjective realm of the mind, a belief that our thoughts are confined within the skull, unable to exert any influence on the external world. But quantum physics has shattered this illusion, revealing a universe far more interconnected, far more fluid, and far more responsive to observation and intention than we ever imagined. Scientists have discovered that the very core of existence, the fundamental building blocks of matter, do not behave in the predictable, deterministic manner we once assumed. Particles, the smallest units of existence, do not simply exist in one fixed location. They fluctuate, they shimmer in and out of being, existing in a superposition of multiple states simultaneously, until the moment they are observed, at which point they collapse into a single defined reality. And perhaps most intriguingly, they can become entangled, forming an unbreakable bond that transcends the limitations of space and time. This is the crux of the matter, the fulcrum upon which our understanding of reality must shift. Because if two particles, separated by vast distances, can remain connected, can instantaneously influence each other's state, then why not larger systems? Why not molecules, cells, organisms, and ultimately, consciousness itself? What if our subconscious mind, that vast, largely unexplored territory of our being, is already entangled with our future reality, with the life we yearn to create, with the version of ourselves living in abundance, joy, and fulfillment? What if the life we envision is not merely a distant goal to be strived for, but rather a potentiality already existing in the quantum field, a reality we are already connected to at a quantum level, waiting to be activated, waiting to be drawn into our experience? This may sound like a radical departure from conventional thinking, a leap of faith into the unknown. But I assure you, we will explore this concept step by step, with careful consideration and scientific rigor, so that you may truly understand the profound implications of this idea and begin to harness its transformative power in your own life. To do so, we must first delve deeper into the nature of quantum entanglement itself, examining its scientific basis and philosophical implications before exploring its potential connection to the subconscious mind and its role in shaping our reality. Quantum entanglement, as previously mentioned, is considered one of the most astonishing discoveries in modern physics, a phenomenon that challenges our intuitive understanding of how the universe works. It lies at the very heart of quantum mechanics and continues to be a subject of intense research and debate. At its core, entanglement means that when two particles become linked in a certain way, they lose their individual identities. They no longer behave as separate entities, but rather as a unified system, their fates inextricably intertwined, even when separated by vast distances. Change one, and the other reacts instantaneously, even faster than the speed of light, seemingly violating the laws of physics as we know them. This is not merely a correlation, a statistical anomaly. It is a genuine, instantaneous connection, a direct influence that transcends the limitations of space and time. Einstein, as brilliant as he was, famously dismissed entanglement as spooky action at a distance, believing it to be an incomplete description of reality, a flaw in the nascent theory of quantum mechanics. He argued that there must be some hidden variables, some underlying mechanism that explain the seemingly instantaneous connection between entangled particles, without violating the principle of locality. However, Scientific experiments, conducted by pioneers like Alan Aspect, John Clauser, and Anton Zeilinger, have repeatedly confirmed the existence of entanglement, disproving Einstein's hidden variable theory, and solidifying entanglement as a fundamental aspect of reality. These experiments, though complex and technically demanding, have consistently demonstrated that entangled particles remain intimately connected, reacting to each other in real time across unimaginable distances, a phenomenon that continues to defy classical explanation and challenge our understanding of the universe. And here is where it becomes personally relevant, where the abstract world of quantum physics intersects with the tangible reality of our daily lives. If the universe, at its most fundamental level, is composed of energy, if everything, from the smallest subatomic particle to the largest galaxy, is ultimately a manifestation of energy in various forms, and if entanglement is a core principle of nature, a fundamental law governing the behavior of energy, then why would our thoughts and emotions, our beliefs and intentions be exempt from this law? What if our subconscious mind is already entangled with the reality we dream of, with the version of ourselves living in abundance, joy, and fulfillment? What if the energy we are transmitting, our beliefs, our emotional states, our deepest intentions, is not just shaping our present experience, but is already bonded to a version of us that is living that dream, a future self already existing in the quantum field? This is where we move beyond the realm of physics, beyond the cold, objective measurements of science, and into something even more profound: the power of our minds to interact with this phenomenon, to consciously reshape our reality, to choose the future we wish to inhabit. And in the chapters that follow, we will explore exactly how to do it, how to harness the power of quantum entanglement to align our subconscious mind with our desired reality, and transform our lives in profound and lasting ways. A journey into the heart of consciousness, a quest to unlock the hidden potential within us all. Right now, at this very moment, whether you are consciously aware of it or not, your subconscious mind is continuously emitting signals into the quantum field, broadcasting your beliefs, your expectations, and your emotional state to the universe at large. A constant stream of energy that is shaping your reality in profound and often unseen ways. Every single thought you think, every belief you hold, and every emotion you feel generates a real, tangible energy, a measurable vibration that resonates within and around you. And this is not just a metaphorical notion, a poetic description of inner states. This energy has actual, measurable effects, influencing not only your internal experience, but also your external reality. Research in both neuroscience and quantum mechanics has confirmed that merely observing something, focusing your attention on a particular object or event, can alter it at the smallest possible scale. The famous double-slit experiment, which we will explore in more detail later, demonstrates this principle vividly, showing how the act of observation can change the behavior of subatomic particles. But what if this principle doesn't just apply to particles in a laboratory? What if your mind itself is constantly shaping the very reality you perceive, simply through the act of attention and emotional resonance? What if the world around you is not a fixed, objective entity, but rather a dynamic, ever-shifting reflection of your inner state, a mirror reflecting your beliefs and expectations back to you? This is not to say that you are solely responsible for everything that happens in your life. External factors, unforeseen events, and the actions of others certainly play a role, but it does suggest that you have far more influence over your reality than you may realize, that your thoughts and emotions are not merely passive observers, but rather active participants in the creation of your life experience. And here's the crucial twist, the key to unlocking the transformative power of quantum entanglement. Most of this is not happening consciously. You are not actively choosing what you believe about love, wealth, health, or success. You are not consciously directing the energy that you are emitting into the quantum field. Your subconscious mind, that vast, largely unexplored territory of your being, is making those choices for you, operating beneath the level of conscious awareness, shaping your reality according to its deeply ingrained patterns of belief and expectation. Your subconscious is like a powerful autopilot, constantly running in the background, guiding your thoughts, feelings, and actions without your conscious knowledge or control. It is the repository of your past experiences, your learned behaviors, and your core beliefs about yourself and the world around you. And this is exactly where quantum entanglement becomes deeply personal, where the abstract principles of quantum physics intersect with the practical realities of your daily life. If your subconscious mind is already linked to a future version of yourself, to the life you yearn to create, then the real question is this: which version are you connected to right now? Are you energetically aligned with a life of success, well-being, and abundance? Or are you unknowingly bound to a timeline filled with scarcity, resistance, and struggle? The answer, dear reader, lies in the programming of your subconscious mind, in the deeply ingrained beliefs and expectations that are shaping your reality, often without your conscious awareness. Your subconscious is like a finely tuned antenna, constantly sending out and picking up frequencies, resonating with certain possibilities and repelling others. It is a powerful magnet, attracting experiences that align with its dominant vibration and repelling those that do not. Scientists have shown that your brain produces electromagnetic waves, measurable signals that extend beyond your physical form, broadcasting your inner state to the world around you. These signals fluctuate depending on your beliefs, your feelings, and your thoughts, creating a unique energetic signature that is constantly interacting with the quantum field. Now here's where it gets really fascinating, where the connection between consciousness and reality becomes even more apparent. Physicist Dr. John Hagelin, a renowned expert in quantum field theory, has explored how human consciousness impacts quantum fields, conducting groundbreaking research that suggests awareness is not confined to the physical brain. It is a field that stretches outward, engaging with the universe at large, influencing the behavior of matter and energy at a fundamental level. In other words, your subconscious mind is not just sitting quietly in your head, passively observing the world around you. It is actively interacting with something much more vast, something that transcends the limitations of space and time, something that is intimately connected to the very fabric of reality. And just as entangled particles can communicate across enormous distances, instantaneously influencing each other's state, your mind can link with possibilities, long before they unfold, resonating with future realities that are already existing in the quantum field, waiting to be drawn into your experience. To put it simply, if your subconscious is aligned with fear or scarcity, if you are constantly dwelling on negative thoughts and emotions, then you are energetically connected to a future filled with lack, a reality where your fears and anxieties are constantly being confirmed. You are broadcasting a signal of scarcity, and the universe is responding by sending you more of the same. Conversely, if your subconscious is programmed for prosperity and abundance, if you are filled with positive beliefs and optimistic expectations, then you are connected to opportunities and progress. You are broadcasting a signal of abundance, and the universe is responding by opening doors and creating pathways to success. If your subconscious is wired with insecurity and self-doubt, if you constantly question your worth and your abilities, then you will magnetize obstacles and challenges, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure and disappointment. You are broadcasting a signal of insecurity, and the universe is responding by throwing obstacles in your path.
But if your subconscious is grounded in self-trust and confidence, if you believe in your potential and your ability to achieve your goals, then breakthroughs become inevitable. You are broadcasting a signal of confidence, and the universe is responding by clearing the way for your success. The real issue, the reason why so many people struggle to create the lives they desire, is that most never update these subconscious settings. They remain trapped in the same old patterns of thought and emotion, unaware of the powerful influence their subconscious is exerting on their reality. Every morning, they wake up and reinforce the exact same emotions, ideas, and limiting beliefs, unknowingly recreating the same life over and over again, perpetuating a cycle of frustration and disappointment. But here's the exciting part, the empowering truth that holds the key to transformation. You can change this. You can rewire your subconscious, reprogram its limiting beliefs, and realign the quantum connections that are shaping your future. You can take control of your energetic signature and begin broadcasting a signal that attracts abundance, joy, and fulfillment into your life. And that is exactly what I am going to guide you through next. Step by step, we will explore the practical techniques and powerful strategies that will enable you to reprogram your subconscious mind, realign your energy with your desired reality, and unlock the transformative power of quantum entanglement. To truly understand how deeply our consciousness is woven into the fabric of reality, how profoundly our thoughts and emotions can influence the world around us, we need to explore one of the most legendary and mind-bending experiments in quantum science, the double-slit experiment. A deceptively simple test that has challenged our intuitive understanding of the universe and revealed the astonishing power of observation. In this experiment, scientists fired minuscule particles, such as electrons or photons, at a wall with two narrow slits. The particles were emitted one at a time, so there was no possibility of them interfering with each other. According to basic logic, the particles should go through either one slit or the other, behaving like tiny bullets passing through a narrow opening. If you were to place a screen behind the wall, you would expect to see two distinct bands, corresponding to the particles that pass through each slit, right? Surprisingly, that's not what happened. Instead of behaving like solid matter, the particles acted like waves, passing through both slits simultaneously, creating an interference pattern on the screen behind the wall. This interference pattern consisted of multiple bands, indicating that the particles were interfering with each other, as if they were waves spreading out from both slits at once. They didn't stay confined to one path. They appeared to exist in multiple places at once, defying our classical understanding of how matter should behave. It was as if each particle was somehow aware of both slits and chose to pass through both simultaneously. But here's where it gets even more astonishing, where the experiment takes a truly mind-bending turn. The very moment someone observed the experiment, the moment scientists attempted to measure which slit the particles were passing through, the wave behavior vanished. The interference pattern disappeared, and the particles instantly snapped into a defined position, going through just one slit or the other, behaving exactly as we would expect them to, like tiny bullets passing through a narrow opening. Observation alone changed the outcome. The act of measuring which slit the particle was passing through caused it to collapse from a wave into a particle, from a state of superposition into a single, defined reality. It was as if the particles knew they were being watched and changed their behavior accordingly. This experiment, repeated countless times with various types of particles, has profound implications for our understanding of reality. It suggests that the act of observation is not merely a passive process, but rather an active participation, a way of influencing the behavior of the quantum world. It challenges the notion of an objective reality, independent of the observer, and suggests that consciousness plays a fundamental role in shaping the universe around us. Now, reflect on what that means for your own mind, for your own ability to shape your reality. If simply watching a particle, observing its behavior, can collapse its potential into a fixed state, can influence its trajectory, then what happens when you focus your thoughts and feelings on a particular future, when you direct your attention and energy towards a specific outcome? Your subconscious mind is always active, constantly watching, projecting, and crystallizing possibilities into your lived experience. It is like a quantum observer, constantly collapsing potential realities into fixed states, shaping your future according to its dominant beliefs and expectations. If you are not intentional about where your attention goes, if you are not consciously directing your thoughts and emotions towards the life you desire, then you are essentially letting your subconscious choose your future on autopilot, allowing its limiting beliefs and negative expectations to shape your reality, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of frustration and disappointment. But you have a choice right now. You have the power to take control of your attention, to consciously direct your thoughts and emotions towards the future you desire, to become an intentional observer of your reality and shape it according to your highest aspirations. You can either continue cycling through the same subconscious programming, replaying the same limiting beliefs and negative expectations, or you can begin deliberately aligning with a different future, one that you actually want, one that reflects your true potential and your deepest desires. Step 1 is simple, yet profoundly powerful. You must retrain your subconscious focus, consciously directing your attention towards the reality you wish to create and away from the reality you wish to avoid. Try this practical method tonight, before you go to sleep. The quantum focus technique, a simple yet effective exercise designed to reprogram your subconscious mind and align your energy with your desired reality. Before bed, find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe deeply 3 times, allowing your body and mind to relax. With each breath, release any tension or stress you may be holding onto, and allow yourself to drift into a state of calm and peaceful awareness. Then, visualize the future you desire, not as a distant fantasy, but as though it's already part of your personal story, as if you are already living the life of your dreams. See yourself in vivid detail, surrounded by the people you love, engaged in activities that bring you joy, and experiencing the abundance and fulfillment that you deserve. Feel the sounds, immerse yourself in the atmosphere, and engage all your senses to create a vivid and believable mental picture of your desired reality. Let it feel natural, as if you're remembering, not imagining, as if you're simply recalling a past experience that has already happened. Embrace the emotions, feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement, and the love that are present in this future version of yourself. Allow these emotions to fill your being, resonating within your heart and soul, and amplifying the power of your visualization. As you drift towards sleep, mentally repeat this phrase, slowly and deliberately, allowing the words to sink deep into your subconscious mind. I am entangled with my highest reality. I align with it.
By doing this, you are influencing your reality in the same way an observer shifts particle behavior in the double-slit experiment, collapsing the version of reality you want into form, bringing it closer to your experience. You are consciously directing your attention towards your desired outcome and signaling to your subconscious mind that this is the reality you wish to inhabit. And when you practice this consistently, night after night, the quantum field begins to respond. You'll start to see synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem to guide you towards your goals. New doors will open, opportunities will arise, and your understanding of reality will begin to transform. Why? Because you've stopped being tied to the past, replaying the same limiting beliefs and negative expectations, and started bonding with your future, aligning your energy with your highest potential. You are rewiring your subconscious mind, reprogramming its limiting beliefs, and realigning the quantum connections that are shaping your destiny. Most people believe reality is fixed, immutable, and resistant to change. They believe that transformation is slow, linear, and arduous, requiring years of effort and dedication. They believe that their circumstances are largely determined by external factors, and that they have little control over their destiny. But as you've now seen, the quantum realm doesn't follow those rules. The principles of quantum physics challenge our conventional understanding of reality, revealing a universe far more fluid, far more dynamic, and far more responsive to consciousness than we ever imagined. The deeper truth, the empowering realization that holds the key to transformation, is this: reality is fluid, constantly shifting, and infinitely malleable. It is not a fixed entity, but rather a dynamic interplay of energy, consciousness, and potentiality. It is a canvas waiting to be painted, a story waiting to be written, and you are the artist, the author, the creator of your own experience. Right now, at this very moment, countless versions of your future are coexisting in the quantum field, each representing a different potentiality, a different path you could take, a different life you could live. In one, you're stuck in repetition, replaying the same limiting beliefs and negative patterns, trapped in a cycle of frustration and disappointment. In another, you've already brought your dreams to life, achieving your goals, experiencing abundance, and living a life of joy and fulfillment. And in a third, you've evolved into your most authentic self, embracing your unique potential, expressing your creativity, and making a meaningful contribution to the world. So, the real question is this: which future are you resonating with? Which version of reality are you energetically aligned with? Because, whether you're aware of it or not, your subconscious mind is already in the process of selecting one, drawing you towards a specific outcome, shaping your destiny according to its dominant beliefs and expectations. But what if you could interrupt that unconscious selection? What if you could intentionally direct the quantum leap you're ready for, consciously choosing the future you wish to inhabit and accelerating its manifestation into your reality? That's exactly what we're about to dive into: how to harness the power of frequency to consciously choose your future, accelerate your transformation, and experience radical shifts in your life with ease and grace. If you want to accelerate manifestation, experience radical shifts in your life, and transition into a new version of yourself with ease, there's one fundamental truth you need to grasp, one essential principle that underlies all successful transformations. Your reality doesn't transform through more effort, more striving, or more external action. It transforms through a shift in frequency, a recalibration of your inner state, a realignment of your energy with your desired outcome. By now, you understand that quantum entanglement reveals how objects can be interconnected beyond the limits of time and space, how two particles can remain linked even when separated by vast distances, instantaneously influencing each other's state. You also know that your subconscious mind is already linked to a future self, a version of you that already exists in the quantum field, living the life you dream of, experiencing the abundance, joy, and fulfillment that you desire. But here's the catch: the reason why so many people remain stuck, struggling to manifest their desires. Most people believe that transformation must be slow, linear, and hard-earned. They believe that they must work tirelessly, overcome countless obstacles, and endure years of hardship before they can finally achieve their goals. But the quantum field doesn't operate that way. The principles of quantum physics reveal a universe far more flexible and responsive, a reality where change can happen instantaneously, where potential can collapse into reality with a single observation. Just like an electron can occupy multiple states simultaneously, existing in a superposition of possibilities until the moment of observation, you too can transition into a new state of being instantly, shifting your vibration, collapsing your potential, and manifesting a new reality in the blink of an eye. The only thing holding you back, the only obstacle preventing you from experiencing radical transformation, is the vibrational frequency you're currently operating from, the energetic signature you're broadcasting to the universe. Dr. Joe Dispenza's groundbreaking work on brain plasticity and quantum energy confirms this. His research demonstrates that your emotions, beliefs, and subconscious programming shape the version of reality you experience, influencing the behavior of matter and energy at a fundamental level. This explains why some people stay stuck for years, struggling to overcome the same challenges, while others seem to create miraculous breakthroughs in a short time, achieving their goals with apparent ease and grace. It's not about luck, chance, or some mysterious force. It's about learning how to realign your frequency quickly and deliberately, consciously choosing the vibrational state that attracts abundance, joy, and fulfillment into your life. And now you're going to learn exactly how to do that, how to shift your frequency, recalibrate your inner state, and unlock the transformative power of quantum entanglement, allowing you to manifest your desires with greater ease and speed. There's a reason change doesn't last for most people. They attempt to modify their actions, their behaviors, and their external circumstances without ever addressing the root identity behind them, without transforming their inner state, without shifting their vibrational frequency. But here's the truth, the empowering realization that holds the key to lasting transformation: you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. Your external reality is always a reflection of your internal state, a mirror reflecting your beliefs, your emotions, and your subconscious programming. If at your core you still identify as someone who struggles, as someone who is unworthy, as someone who is limited, then no amount of effort, no amount of striving, and no amount of external action will create lasting change. You will continue to attract experiences that confirm your limiting beliefs, perpetuating a cycle of frustration and disappointment. And if your subconscious remains entangled with patterns of fear or limitation, if you are constantly dwelling on negative thoughts and emotions, then no amount of positive affirmations or visualization techniques will override those deeply ingrained patterns. You will continue to attract experiences that reinforce your fears, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of anxiety and suffering.
The solution isn't chasing transformation, striving to become someone you're not. It's embodying transformation, aligning with the version of yourself that already possesses the qualities you desire, and vibrating at the frequency of your highest potential. And this is where the quantum shift method comes into play. A powerful yet simple 3-step process designed to help you dismantle your old identity, align with your desired frequency, and take aligned action without pushing, allowing you to manifest your desires with greater ease and speed. Use these steps daily, consistently, and you'll be shocked at how quickly your external reality begins to shift, mirroring the transformation that is taking place within you. Step 1. Dismantle the old version of you. Most people are unconsciously anchored to their past, recycling old thoughts, behaviors, and self-images that trap them in the same loops, preventing them from moving forward and creating the life they desire. Here's the secret to move forward. To break free from these limiting patterns, you must consciously detach from the version of yourself that keeps you stuck, releasing the old identity that no longer serves you and creating space for your future self to emerge. How to do it? Set aside 10 minutes each day for stillness, a quiet time where you can connect with your inner self and consciously release the old identity. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and visualize your current identity dissolving, melting away into light or energy. See every belief you've carried, every story about who you are, every limitation you've imposed on yourself dissolving into the vastness of the universe. Why? Because when you stop feeding your old identity, when you cease to identify with your limitations and your past failures, you open space for your future self to emerge, creating a vacuum that will be filled by the qualities you desire. Step 2. Align with the desired frequency. Once you've cleared the space, released the old identity, it's time to synchronize with the reality you want, to align your vibration with your desired outcome. Remember, your ideal life already exists in the quantum field, waiting to be drawn into your experience. You just need to connect with it, to resonate with its frequency, and allow it to manifest into your reality. How to do it? Close your eyes again, and imagine the version of yourself who has already manifested your goals, who is already living the life you desire. See yourself in vivid detail, experiencing the abundance, joy, and fulfillment that you yearn for. Don't just picture it, feel it. What does it feel like to live in that reality? What emotions are present? What energy are you radiating? The key is to feel those emotions now, not someday, to embody the vibrational frequency of your future self in this present moment, and allow that energy to ripple outward, shaping your reality. Because when you embody the energy of your future in this moment, you bend time, collapsing the distance between your present reality and your desired outcome. You stop waiting for your dreams to come true and start vibrating at the frequency of your next level self, attracting opportunities, resources, and relationships that align with your vision. And that's the exact moment when quantum shifts take place, when your reality begins to transform, mirroring the inner shift that has occurred within you. Step 3. Take aligned action without pushing. Once you've recalibrated your internal state, aligned with your desired frequency, there's no longer a need to chase or force outcomes. The right people, ideas, and circumstances will begin flowing naturally into your life, guided by the unseen hand of the universe. Your role is simple. Follow the energetic pull, trust your intuition, and take inspired action towards your goals, without striving, without forcing, and without clinging to the outcome. How to do it? Ask yourself each day, what choices would the future version of me make? What actions would I take if I were already living the life of my dreams? Then act from that perspective, as if you're already living that life, embodying the qualities and characteristics of your future self. The more your behavior mirrors your desired frequency, the quicker your reality transforms to match it, creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates your manifestation. This is the key to manifesting without struggle, to attracting abundance, joy, and fulfillment into your life with ease and grace. Still feeling doubtful? Still questioning the power of frequency and the transformative potential of quantum entanglement? Let's look at real-world examples of individuals who've used this exact principle to spark rapid transformation, to manifest their desires, and to create extraordinary lives. Jim Carrey, the renowned actor and comedian, once wrote himself a $10 million check for acting services rendered, and carried it in his wallet, fully believing in its reality. He visualized himself receiving that check, felt the excitement and gratitude of achieving his financial goals, and embodied the energy of success. Years later, he received that exact amount for a major film role, fulfilling the vision he had created years earlier. Oprah Winfrey, the media mogul and philanthropist, has often shared that she embodied the energy of success internally, long before the world recognized her externally. She visualized herself as a successful talk show host, felt the passion and purpose of her work, and radiated the energy of confidence and abundance. She didn't wait for proof, she became it, aligning her inner state with her desired outcome, and attracting the opportunities and resources that propelled her to greatness. Consider people who recover from so-called incurable conditions. Scientific literature is filled with reports of spontaneous healing, miraculous recoveries that defy conventional medical explanations, often triggered by intense emotional or mental shifts. Their physical bodies responded to the frequency of inner transformation, aligning with the energy of healing and wholeness and manifesting a new reality of health and vitality. What unites them all? What common thread runs through their stories of success, abundance, and transformation? They aligned their internal energy before their external world reflected it. They shifted their vibrational frequency, embodied their desired reality, and allowed the quantum field to respond, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of success. And you can do the same. You possess the same potential, the same ability to harness the power of quantum entanglement and create the life you desire. You now understand something most people never realize. You are never truly stuck, limited, or defined by your circumstances. Your reality is not set in stone, your future is not predetermined, and your potential is limitless. At this very moment, you are already connected to a future version of yourself, a version of you that is living the life of your dreams, experiencing the abundance, joy, and fulfillment that you desire. And at any moment, you can change that connection, shift your frequency, and align with a new reality, choosing the future you wish to inhabit. It starts with one decision, one conscious choice to take control of your energy and shape your destiny. The decision to stop replaying outdated beliefs, to release limiting patterns, and to embrace your true potential. The decision to rewire your subconscious towards your highest potential, to reprogram its limiting beliefs, and to align its energy with your desired outcome. The decision to step into a new version of reality beginning now, embodying the qualities of your future self and radiating the energy of abundance, joy, and fulfillment.
If that resonates with you, if you feel a spark of excitement, a glimmer of hope, and a surge of possibility, take a moment to affirm it, silently or aloud. I choose my highest reality. I align with my greatest potential. I create the life of my dreams. Because the instant you say it with intention, the moment you align your conscious mind with your subconscious desires, the quantum field begins to shift, responding to your vibration and aligning the universe in your favor. The transformation has already started. The journey has already begun. You are already on your way to creating the life you desire. But here's something most people overlook, a crucial aspect of quantum entanglement that holds the key to unlocking even greater potential. Your conscious mind is only the surface layer of your being, the tip of the iceberg. Beneath it lies something exponentially more powerful, more influential, and more deeply connected to the quantum field, your subconscious mind. According to psychologists and neuroscientists, over 95% of your thoughts, actions, feelings, and decisions originate from subconscious patterns, operating beneath the level of conscious awareness, shaping your reality without your knowledge or control. It's the storehouse of your core beliefs, your deeply ingrained fears, your repressed memories, and your automatic behaviors. It's the autopilot that guides your life, constantly shaping your experiences according to its dominant programming. Here's the powerful insight, the key to harnessing the full potential of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. It accepts as truth whatever you consistently feed it, whether it's based on fact or fiction, reality or fantasy. That's why your dreams feel so vivid, so real, so emotionally compelling. Your subconscious is fully engaged, experiencing the dream as if it were actually happening without any critical analysis or logical reasoning. That's why visualization techniques can improve athletic performance, accelerate physical healing, and even restructure neural pathways in meditation studies. Your subconscious is responding to the mental imagery as if it were a real experience, activating the necessary neurological and physiological processes to achieve the desired outcome. But what if your subconscious is doing something even deeper, something even more profound? What if, just like quantum particles, it is already entangled with the future you're heading toward, drawing you closer to the outcomes you believe in, hope for, or even fear most? What if your subconscious is acting as a quantum antenna, constantly sending out and receiving signals from the quantum field, attracting experiences that align with its dominant beliefs and expectations? This isn't just a theory, a speculative hypothesis. Emerging research in quantum cognition suggests that the way we focus on, observe, and emotionally expect the world to behave can actually influence our experiences in ways that mirror the mechanics of the quantum universe. Our thoughts, emotions, and subconscious beliefs are not merely passive observers of reality. They are active participants in its creation, shaping the quantum field and influencing the probability of certain outcomes occurring. And this leads us to a powerful question, one that could completely change the way you understand manifestation, one that could unlock the secrets to creating the life you desire with greater ease and speed. What if the real key to attracting the life you desire is aligning your subconscious with it, reprogramming its limiting beliefs, and aligning its energy with your highest potential? So what does all of this truly mean? What are the practical implications of understanding the entangled nature of your subconscious and its role in shaping your reality? It means you're far more than just a passive observer of life, a victim of circumstance, or a pawn of fate. You are a powerful creator, an active participant in the shaping of your own destiny, with the ability to influence the quantum field and manifest the life you desire. For generations, we've been led to believe that life simply happens to us, that we're disconnected from our environment, at the mercy of random events, and powerless to change our circumstances. But quantum science has dismantled that belief, revealing a universe far more interconnected, far more responsive to consciousness, and far more open to possibility than we ever imagined. Your mind is not just a witness to reality, it's a participant, actively shaping and influencing what unfolds, collapsing potential realities into fixed states, and creating your own unique experience. In this very moment, your thoughts, feelings, and subconscious programming are already entangled with infinite outcomes, most of which you may not yet be consciously aware of. You are constantly drawing towards you the experiences that align with your dominant beliefs and expectations, whether you realize it or not. The question is, which version of reality are you tuned into? Which future are you resonating with? Because whether you know it or not, you're already connected to a future